What's up, guys? Branded dude, new replay. We're going up against Vanquish K9, obviously the best deck in the format, and I will say there are a couple of misplays. I don't want to say misplays, let me just say bad moves I've made here. So we're going to go over this duel and I'll point it out to you, so hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes when you're going up against Vanquish K9. So here we are going first here. We opened last Mercuria, the Quem, Thrust, I was going to say Talents, and Shrouded. Opponent opens Vanquish starts Jiaolong, Heavy Borger, Ash Blossom, and Dr. Madlove. So yeah, we are going first here, 60 card branded against Vanquish K9. Let's see how we do here. Alright, so we are going first here. So obviously with this hand, guys, I will say we are very susceptible to an imperm with this hand. Okay, so we're going to start with Shrouded, obviously here, sending the Retribution because we need access to Brand Fusion. Okay, join to our second copy of Retribution. Normal summon Quem, hoping no imperm, so we send the Brand Fusion. Okay, opponent does have Ash Blossom, so obviously activate last, Fusion gets negated by the Ash, go Thrust, set the duplication. And here I will pass my turn. One is that I decide not to set the Retribution because I do need a discard. And I was thinking that when I resolve duplication, we must probably resolve, we need to discard. I kind of don't want to discard Mercuria when I summon the first Albaz Fusion. So yeah, that's why we don't discard. Pass here, opponent draws the Full Loss, okay. Goes to main phase where he will activate Full Loss, so we chain the duplication. And then we're going to send double Albaz. The reason why I send double Albaz is one, kind of need a target for Quem. Okay, and I wasn't thinking of going straight into the Albion with sending Albaz and Cartesia because then I need to banish a dog. Sure, I could go into Albion, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2 lost. Okay, then Quem Chainlink 3 can reborn the Cartesia in that instance. Another reason I was thinking of is maybe I want to play around DD Crow, because I don't know, some Vanquish builds do play DD Crow. I don't know if this build does. Not that I even knew it was what's the word, Vanquish at this point, but I mean, judging by the hand traps, it may have been Vanquish. But yeah, I was like, okay, you know what, rather than going Albion, because if we go Albion, we're basically going to have to give our opponent 2 draws unless I go straight for Merge through Albion. But yeah, I decide let's just put an Albaz name in grave. Okay, so we summon Rebellion. Okay, and then we go Rebellion 1, Brand lost 2, search for Cartesia for a discard, and then we'll Fusion Summon, go straight into Merge, which will be our draw, will give the opponent a draw. So that's Izuna. So yeah, now he has access to his K9 engine, and Mercuria is definitely going to be able to make it live. Okay, so yeah, we go this way. Maybe if I went into Albion, then maybe go Rebellion, then Merge, that would give my opponent 2 draws, so I decide to go this route instead. Okay, normal summon Madlove, and here I decide to go Mercuria because I was like, listen, the field spell is pretty good and I don't want him getting access to other attributes, and the field spell is so annoying because it protects these Vanquish cards and it can set the trap. So it's like the field spell does too much, so I choose to Mercuria negate this, hoping it works. Okay. Opponent then goes Madlove effect, so he reveals that he has Izuna and Borger. Basically, it's just going to bounce the Quem to hand. Okay, cool, whatever. Maybe I could have chained Merge there to banish it. Yeah, no, actually no, forget what I was saying there. He then goes Jiaolong effect on res to summon itself, and now here, this is the first mistake I make, banishing Jiaolong. For some reason, I was so afraid of level 5s. I don't know why. This is not what I should have done. So this is where basically I screwed up. Okay, so we send a Rimbrim because, you know, Rimbrim summoned Albaz. Okay, opponent then goes Heavy Borger, bounce back Love, summon itself, and then he's going to use the effect to draw a card here. Okay, so here he draws into the K9 Lantern, which is a pretty good draw actually. But now Izuna is live, summon itself, effect here to dump Lupus. Now here, this is where I realized, okay, when I'm going up against Vanquish K9, you must use the Merge to banish the Ripper, but also in this situation on Ripper, Lupus effect to summon itself, we have to use Rimbrim here because yeah, Ripper can negate Renbrim's effect in grave, and we have already used Merge, so yeah, this is the only best time you can use it here, unfortunately. Okay, summon Lupus, new chain will be Albaz, discard the Cartesia. We have to use the heavy Borg, unfortunately. This is a beast warrior. I could have used Lupus if I didn't send Rembrandt to the grave. Okay, in this situation. So yeah, actually could have used the Lupus here, could have worked. But yeah, he still has, yeah, in this situation, yeah. But yeah, we have to go into Titan Clad with the heavy Borg. Opponent draws Raisin or Forloss. Okay, overlay is going to Ripper. Now Ripper is an ignition effect, so honestly this Mirror Jade should have banished this, because I'm pretty sure most Vanquish Soul builds they only play one Ripper, right? Unless I'm wrong, but this is where I realized, crap, banishing Xiaolong did absolutely nothing, because we saw what he had in his hand. He revealed the Azuna and the heavy Borga, so he didn't have two fires, or even, well, he could have only had one, but one fire in his hand is just literally going to change battle position. So this was the first bad move I made. Okay, Ripper here is going to search for Case for K9. Case for K9 here is going to search for another Izuna as follow-up. Okay, and then here he's going to go Lantern to reborn the Lupus. Okay, nothing, we have no interruptions here, so he's going to do his thing, search for X-Force released, and then he's going to overlay going to the Nash Knight, and just realize, okay, this man's going to start stealing my cards here. So equips, attaches Xyz, attaches the Merjade. There goes our Merjade. Overlays into CXC's Nash Knight. Same effect, well, not same effect, he just overlays, goes in Masquerade. Masquerade on summon will pop the Lost. Set the X-Force released, goes to end phase, we activate Cartesia. Opponent doesn't use Ripper for that, and then we draw for turn. So yeah, that's all we have. We do have Retribution and Grave, but we draw it to Quem, which sucks because now we have like literally two normal summons in our hand. Okay, but we have to do it Masquerade, Ripper, and X-Force released. And we do know our opponent has Insuna in hand as well as Mad Love. Okay, so yeah, that's what he has in hand. So here I decide, okay, this is at 3600 attack, so we're gonna try into battle phase. Opponent end of main is gonna activate X-Force release. I decide to chain Retribution here because remember, Werewolf, if we activate a card, he can basically banish one card face up until the end phase, so we have to use it then. Okay, pops the Titan Eclat, so at least we'll get the Titan effect in the end phase. We set Lost, okay, and I was thinking, okay, do I first normal summon and do something? But you know, because this Xyz is an issue of our life points and that whole thingy, so I'm like, okay, no, we're just gonna activate Lost. The opponent changed the Werewolf, banish the Cartesia. Cool. I decide to go to end phase straight away, and what happens here, truth is, I'm basically supposed to activate my effects because is this no, this is basically a mandatory. So what happens here, Masquerade is getting destroyed because CXC's Nash Knight literally says you must destroy that monster during your opponent's end phase. This is a mandatory effect. So my question here was, he immediately destroyed his guy, and I was like, okay, I'm turn player, do I not need to first activate something? But then I realized, okay, wait, this Titan Eclat is actually an optional effect, so I can literally pass back the priority back and forth, let's say, with my opponent until he's actually forced to resolve this mandatory effect first. Okay, that was something. So anyways, yeah, Masquerade gets popped, cool. Titan Eclat here, summon Albaz effect here, discard the Quem, going to Albion because we want to set up enough bodies to protect ourselves. Channeling 1, channeling 2, search Mercuria as a negate, and then we banish Albaz Mercuria, going to Lubellion. Bellion here, discard the Quem, Mercuria 2, just to search for some follow-up, and then we'll shuffle back the banish, Quem and the Merjade. Yeah, we shuffle back that because I don't have any other better fusions to go into. What do I have? I mean, with Rebellion, I can't make Lad, can't make Dragoon. I have I could have made Grand Gugno essentially, but yeah, maybe I should have actually made Grand Gugno here. Some Grand Gugno's dump Albion. Albion could dump Banishment. Yep, that was the better play. That was definitely the better play. But yeah, okay. So yeah, I just noticed a better play here. But I was some Crotus because I'm like 3 bodies on the field to protect ourselves. So yeah, honestly, it's kind of sad that I didn't realize there was a better play there. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, but we put back the Quem and Merjade because, yeah, I only play one Merjade, so, and we need to put back one of the Quems, but yeah, now you know, guys, there was a better route for me to do. Anyways, opponent draws Mad Love for turn, normal summons Raisin. Raisin here is going to search for Holly Sue. It's then going to go Holly Sue to summon itself, which we don't negate. Okay, that is fine, totally cool. He then goes Holly Sue effect to take, I decide, you know what, sorry, my thoughts is acting weird. To take, we just chain Quiritus. I don't decide to negate with Mercuria on this. Activates the field spell. Okay, that was a bit sad to see. Uses the field spell to search for Jiaolong. And then he's going to go Raisin effect to pop, which are allowed to resolve. I'm like, yeah, we can't, why negate this? Then goes Jiaolong effect to summon itself. Overlays into the Nash Knight. Now here, he uses Nash Knight effect, and I decide I'm not going to use Mercuria at this point because I know he has Izuna in hand. I don't want to make Izuna live. Okay, because he already normal summoned, and he basically can't normal summon this anymore. So yeah, I decide, you know what, just take it, bro. Just take it. Sure, I have an open field now, but I don't want him to pop off. Links off into the rock to summon from hand. Madlove here is going to search for the Snow Devil, and then he's going to enter battle phase. Deal 3700 damage to our face. Okay, links off into SP. SP here is going to banish the Branded Lost, set the Dust Devil, and pass. We have no end phase effects for us, so we're going to draw Serenia for turn. Okay, so here we are able to, I decide to normal summon Kit because he still has Izuna in hand, so I don't want to make Izuna alive too early. So we normal summon Kit's effect here, search for Brand Fusion, put back the Serenia because I decide, you know, if we can keep Mercury as a negate, may as well try. Okay, and then opponent goes Rock to add Raisin to hand. I attempt to enter battle phase here, trying to get rid of SP. Don't want to deal with that. Declare an attack. Opponent then activates the Snow Devil, I believe. Yeah, activate Snow Devil, so he's going to blow up the entire field and summon a Vanquish Soul. Summons the Raisin from hand and then blows up all the monsters here. Okay, I just remind him there that the monsters should be destroyed as well. Albion goes to Grave, so we're going to get that effect in the end phase. Raisin here, search for Holly Sue. And then we go main phase 2, activate Brand Fusion. Opponent changes Holly Sue. To summon itself, we send Albaz and Lubellion going to Albion. Albion effect here, banish the, I think we banish, yeah, we go straight for Mirror Jade. No, we go for Chaos Star Source. Star Source here, target the field spell. And here for some reason I target Holly Sue, right? And I forgot that the Vanquish Soul trap literally protects the Vanquish Soul from card effect destruction, so I should have targeted Rock or Case of K9 at this point. So yeah, that was another bad play for me. Opponent goes Holly Sue, I just negate. I'm like, now, you know, I know he must probably be going for the effect to take control. I'm like, nope, not letting that happen. Summon Bastille Rebellion, and now here on res, opponent then goes Lupus to summon herself. He then goes Lupus to overlay. Going to Valon. Valon here is going to flip our Rebellion face down. Okay, go to end phase because you have nothing else to do. Albion here, set Brand Banishment, and we'll pass. Yeah, so we have nothing else, honestly. We're in a rough spot here. But yeah, opponent draws full loss for turn. Moving on, opponent then goes to Rock to add Heavy Borger to hand, which I realized, crap, on 2500 life points. This is now a good position. Heavy Borger, bounce back Raisin, summon itself. He then goes Heavy Borger here to burn us for 1500. Okay. So yeah, now I'm on a lot of pressure. Normal summon Raisin here to search for Caesar. Okay, and then he's going to go Caesar effect to summon himself. Now here I decide to activate Branded Banishment because who knows what this man's going to pop. But to be honest, what I should have done was wait for Caesar to summon itself. Then when he goes Caesar effect to pop, we chain Banishment, summon, banish the Caesar and a Dark to maybe go into Philia Regis. So maybe I should have done that, but that's not what we do. We activate Banishment pretty early and go into Philia Regis much earlier. So Raisin hits the field. Opponent then goes the Valon to flip the Philia. I chain Philia, target the Heavy Borger because I don't want to be burnt for game. Okay, so we banish that. Opponent then goes the Caesar to basically destroy a monster on the field, and yeah, that's just game. So he's just going to attack us directly, so it's kind of unfortunate there. So we go to game number 2. Game number 2, we are going first. So we open red. Oh wait, are we going red? Are we going first? No, I think what happened was what I actually did was I made my opponent go first here because I'm like, okay, if he has so many hand traps and stops us, he can just overwhelm the board and then we're cooked. But I decided, let me go second. I have Perulia, Full Loss maybe as well. I most probably get Full Loss, definitely. Dark Ruler, Harpies, like break his board and stop me from coming back. That was my plan there. So yeah, we open red, Talents, Thrust, Opening, and Aluba. Opponent has the Full Loss, Mad Love, Perulia, Holly Sue, and Full Loss. He has no place in his hand, so he is, I mean, actually he did have a play, but I don't know why he didn't yeah, I don't know why he didn't do anything. So we draw for turn, we draw grass. It was kind of weird. Couldn't he have just normal summon love, search for field spell activate, search for a name, Holly? He could have done so much. I don't know why. I think he was taking out gamble and just using the Molchamis. Literally, I think that was his plan here. So we draw grass, pretty good draw. Standby phase activates Perilia. Main phase we activate opening, opponent changes to full loss. So talents and thrust is very live here now. Discard the Luba because we have branded red. Normal summon Luba, opponent draws lantern. Luba effector is going to search for branded fusion. Before we activate branded fusion, we are going to go talents to look at the hand. So he changed the Holisu, totally cool. Now thrust can just add a card straight to hand, pretty good. We put back the Mad Love. I'm like, let me just get rid of some Vanquish cards, and yeah, lantern, I mean, it's not going to do anything to us. So yeah, here we activate grass before anything. We're going to mill like maybe 12-ish cards here. So yeah, mill a couple cards. We've milled a Shrouded, Serenia, there's an Albaz, Banishment, Lost. So yeah, Serenia here is going to trigger, send the Retribution. Now we know our opponent does not have Ash Blossom, so we're just going to get the Lost to hand, and then Brand Fusion is 100% going to resolve. Okay, send Albaz, Cortesia, going to Albion. Okay, opponent draws 4 lost, Channeling 1, Channeling 2, search for Mercuria for that monster negate, and then we're going to banish Albaz, Mercuria, going to the Lubellion. Opponent draws here, Holisu, Lubellion, discard the thrust because my next best targets for thrust is literally Banishment, Dark Ruler, nothing else. Talents is ready used, and I don't have Fusion Duplication because I side it out if I'm going second and I'm not going first. So yeah, discard the thrust there in that situation. Search for Kit, okay. And then we put back Albaz and Rebellion, going to Mergate. Opponent draws the Raisin. Mergate on summon, we're going to banish Holisu before it can use any of its effect. Cool. Summon Beast to Rebellion. We're going to go Kit's effect to summon from hand. Okay. Kit effect here. Opponent does draw the talents. Now here, did I have damage? Okay, I have 3,000, 5,000. This is, yeah, that's actually enough damage on board. So yeah, we add back the banishment, sets it back because Albion can set it in end phase, and we will attempt to enter battle phase and opponent concedes because that is damage on board. If it is, I believe it is. If I'm wrong, oh well, doesn't matter. So we go to game number 3. Here opponent opens Mad Love, Jocko, Ash, Jocko, and Raisin. We open Grass, Lost, Aluba, Super Poly, and Shrouded. Now let me tell you guys, game number 3 was a mission. It was a mission, and you'll see exactly what I mean. So, opponent's Nomasan's Raisin, searches for Holisu. He then goes Jocko to summon Jocko and Holisu. Jocko search for Lantern. He's then going to link off into Rock, add Raisin back. Holisu here to summon from deck the Mad Love search for the Field Spell. Field Spell, right? Now overlay into Ripper. Ripper is going to search for Izuna. And then he's going to go Lantern, Reborn the Jocko. Lantern here, search for the Case of Canine. Case for Canine, search for Lupus. Pretty interesting, but okay. Activate Field Spell, search for Holisu. Okay. And then he's going to overlay, going to Nash Knight, equip, overlay, CXE Nash Knight, bring out Masquerade, pop the Case for Canine, which will basically set the X-Force release. He then goes Holisu to summon from hand, goes to end phase set the Vanquish. So Vanquish, so Snow Devil, my word, my English. And yeah, he's going to pass turn. So yeah, he has the Masquerade. Okay, he has Mad Love basically to bounce, essentially, I guess, or reduce if it matters. Rock to summon Raisin from hand if needed. Holisu to either steal or summon from deck. Ripper, hand or grave negate. X-Force release to summon Wolf, which can banish a card in hand and pop a card. Vanquish or Snow Devil, which will blow up the field, and we will take 1800 damage. He has Izuna as well, which we know, right? Yeah, we did see him search this. And Lupus. So yeah, I'm not sure why he added Lupus to hand, but I mean, this can summon itself from hand, so yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, pretty number effects he had in the field spot to protect. So this is crazy. Okay, so we draw for turn. Yeah, I was just checking something there. We draw for turn, we draw thrust. Pretty good draw, if you don't ask. If you actually think about it, pretty good draw. So how we play here, let's see, we start with Shrouded before anything. See if he's going to do anything. We send opening to protect because we know he has Snow Devil, Raisin, you know, pop effects, got to protect our fusions. Join to Mercuria. Okay, nothing we can do with that. Now here I decide to go Grass to force Ash Blossom, because I'm like, okay, we can't normal summon Luba because Masquerade can negate that, right? So we have Super Poly to deal with this, and also I can't activate Lost because my opponent literally has the X-Force release to deal with it. So we go Grass. opponent changed the Ash, right? We then go thrust, search for Brand Fusion. Now the issue here is that activate lost, opponent obviously 100% is going to chain forced release, and honestly here this is where I realized, crap, you know what, maybe I should have just sent Retribution of Shrouded at this point. Okay, cool, it is what it is. Activate fusion, opponent chains the Wolf, and I decide to chain the Aluba because now Wolf can only banish the Mercuria. So we're going to get Mercuria effect here, but we're going to send Super Poly. we're going to use Super Poly to send Masquerade and the Rock, because yeah, one, we need to deal with the Rock, that's the thing. Summon Mud Dragon, Mood Dragon actually, Brand Fusion going to Albion, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. Okay, I decide not to go Mood Dragon here because nothing was happening. Opponent then goes Mad Love here, using the effect to, which one is it, to return. Okay, so he's going to return the Mood Dragon here. Okay, that's totally fine. Search for Cartesia, banish Albus Aluba, going to Lubellion here, discard. Here, opponent's going to chain Holly Suit to take, which is kind of, yeah, because Holly Suit is just going to show Earth and Dark, which we know Jocko, Mad Love and Izuna, so we know he has that in hand. And we're going to shuffle back Aluber and what was it, Albus, going to Queritus, because I'm like, sure, I could have went to Mergia, but I was like, you know, I kind of also want to set up Lubellion. So we go Queritus, reduce the field, summon Lubellion. Here we attempt to enter battle phase because we don't play regain going second. Attack, opponent protects. It's like, yeah, it is what it is. So maybe I should have went for a better fusion. End phase, Cartesia add itself to hand. Albion here will add the High Spirits to hand, which will then activate. Send Albion, send Grand Gugno, search for Mercuria for the monster negate. And yeah, we'll pass our turn. Opponent, does it go end phase? Anything? No. Jaws for turn, Jaws Izuna. Okay. Holly Suit to take. Opponent takes Queritus. Field spell, search for Caesar. Okay. And then what does he do here? Tribute summons for Izuna to send Jocko. Overlays into Ripper, so Mercuria is negated. Jocko summon itself and Izuna. And then here he's going to go Jocko to search for Izuna. Okay, the third copy. Overlay going to Nash Knight, so he's doing this whole nonsense again. Now he's going to take the Lubellion. Yeah, take the Lubellion. And then enter battle phase. Attack, crash. Okay, and then we're going to take a couple of damage here. This is like 3,000. No, this is 4,000 damage right there. So we take 4,000 damage. Okay, go into Typhon. And then pass. End phase we have High Spirits. Okay, we then have Cartesia. Opponent negates with Ripper. And we'll draw Retribution. Draw phase to activate High Spirits and Rinbro Mercuria to search for Shrouded, because you do have the Brand Fusion Engrave. Okay, then go, yeah, this is supposed to be in main phase, but it's fine. Send Retribution, draw into Deployment. Pretty good draw. Retribution, add back the Brand Fusion. Now we still have to deal with Typhon. So here's the plan, right? Obviously with Deployment I'm going to summon Albaz, so that Albaz can deal with Typhon, right? He does have this trap card, okay, but you know, we have to do what we have to do. Send Albaz and Ecclesia, go into Albion. Albion Effecture, banish both 2 Dark Dragons to go into Chaos Starsos to target the Typhon as well as the Snow Devil. Opponent's going to chain the Snow Devil, okay, reveal the necessary attributes, so he's going to blow up the field, okay, and then we're going to protect our fusions with opening. And then he's going to summon Raisin. Raisin here is going to get a search for what he's searching for. What, a Heavy Burger? Okay, no, he searches for Holly Sue. And then on res, does he activate Holly Sue? No, he doesn't. So we're going to summon Bestial Rebellion. Opponent here is then going to go Holly Sue. No, he goes Caesar, bounce back Raisin. And then he's going to go Caesar effect, show the attributes. What does he need to show to pop? Earth, Fire, and Dark. So we know he has Fire, Earth, and Dark. Yeah, so it's cool. Nothing, no new cards. But on the summon of this, we have trigger Grand Gugno to summon the Quem. Okay, so then Caesar here is going to resolve. Okay, well, it's kind of weird. I don't know what is happening here. So we trigger Quem because I thought he was activating this, so he decided no, actually he didn't want to activate it just then. Then goes, once Quem dumps the Albaz, he then goes Caesar to pop. Totally fine. We then go Deployment, show Titan Clad, summon Albaz. Albaz Effecture, discard, and then we're going to use the Caesar, going to Titan Clad. This is at 2, 4, 6, 8. This is at 3,700 attack. Okay, wait, is it 2, 4, 6? Yeah, 3,700. Because the monster left extra deck, we're going to trigger Quem here. This one, I decide to... What do I target here? I think, I target Mercuria, just so that we have the negates. Sure, I could have went for Cartesia to fusion summon, do a little bit further, send Garura to draw. But I was like, I kind of need that negate here. So that's the choice I took here. Holisu summon itself. Holisu here. I decide, Mercuria negate that. We're not allowing that. Okay. And then on race, he's going to go Izuna. Oh, what did I activate? Oh, yeah. Granguk, no engrave. Lupus to summon itself. And then he's going to... Is he going to overlay? Yes, he's going to overlay. Go into the Valon. Valon here is going to set... and also Titan Eclipse is unaffected, so nothing happens there. Enter battle phase, attack, protect with the field spell, and I decide to attack again because I don't want him having Holisu in the field. Like, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, we're just getting rid of the Holisu. End phase, Ecclesia to add to hand. We're also going to get Cartesia to add to hand. And then, what else do we have? Albion? Yeah, we have Albion. Albion here is going to set branded in red, I believe. No, banishments. Sorry, banishments, and we'll pass. Opponent draws Mad Love for turn. Okay. And then normal summon Raisin, right? That's the plan, right? That's what you're going to do. I think that's what he does here. So normal summon Raisin, Effecture, search for Heavy Borger. Okay. We're on 2200 life points. We're playing for our life. On res, I go banishments. Now here, the reason why I go banish is because I have Masquerade. So I'm like, you know what, I kind of want to force my opponent, put him under pressure. So yeah, that's my plan here. So we activate banishment. We chain the Quiritus. Opponent chains Valon to flip Quem face down. Fine, we're going to use Quem and Valon to go into Masquerade. Okay, was this a good play? I'm not sure. But we do have Renbrim in the graveyard and Albert. So yeah, I think we could take a chance here. Then goes the field spell. Taking 600, search for Jialong. He's then gonna go, what are we going for here? Okay, link off into Rock Effecture to add back. Right, yeah, to add back Holisu. And then he's gonna go Holisu to summon itself. Okay, taking a bit of damage here. Heavy Borger, target the Holisu to bounce back. I decide to chain Rinbrim here. Okay, summon Albaz. Heavy Borger bounce, summon itself. On res, we're gonna go Albaz 1, opponent chains the Heavy Borger to burn us for 1500. Okay, so now we're on 700 life points, which this is where the pressure was real, guys. So here with Albaz effect, I decide to fuse away Heavy Borger to go into Moo Dragon. Now, let me tell you one thing, guys. Obviously, we put Heavy Borger in the grave because that way now my opponent has to do extra just to get this to hand, right? Cool. Honestly, in this situation, sending Heavy Borger is definitely the better play. This is literally the move you have to make here. Now, let me tell you the biggest mistake I made in this game. If we hop over to Moo Dragon here literally says, your opponent cannot target cards, this card or monsters on the field with the same attribute as this card with card effects, right? And then once per turn, quick effect, declare an attribute, this card becomes an attribute. Let me tell you, I'm on 700 life points. Heavy Borger can deal damage for game, right? All I had to do was make sure that whatever Vanquish Soul, if he has one Vanquish Soul card in his hand, I literally had to go Moo Dragon, declare that attribute so that Heavy Borger cannot target that to bounce and summon us, right? Because he's 100% going to use Rock to add the Heavy Borger from grave to hand, because I know he doesn't have that in hand. This dumbass, the one who's talking to you right now that you're listening to, completely forgets Moo Dragon has that effect. So with that, you already know how this game ends, okay? Anyways, opponent then goes Jialong because Heavy Borger revealed. Revealed. Enters battle phase. We go Quiritus, reduce because I don't want to lose. Just so that we don't lose monsters. Draw for turn. We draw Shrouded. Now here I'm thinking, okay, crap. I'm stressing it. I'm like, okay, I know he's gonna go Rock, add back Heavy Borger, and my dumbass is still not remembering that Moo Dragon is a thing, right? So literally, we lose this game because of my stupid ass forgetting that Moo Dragon's a thing. Standby phase, activate Retribution just to add back. What do I add back here actually? Brand lost. Okay, because I have Cartesian hand. Goes main phase. I decide to go activate lost. Opponent chains the Rock, and my dumbass forgets that Moo Dragon has that effect. Adds back Heavy Borger. Heavy Borger target Defy, and I'm like, yeah, oh, and this is where I realized, crap. Moo Dragon is a thing. And look at him. He's on 100 life points. And and he takes game here because of my stupid idiot. I'm just a stupid idiot, actually. So yeah, I'm sorry guys, I disappointed you here. We lost because I forgot Mood Dragon's a thing. So biggest mistake in this game, forgetting Mood Dragon is your lifesaver. Literally your lifesaver here. Mood Dragon stopping your opponent, this heavy ball gun, whatever, from targeting, is literally such a good counter against Vanquish Soul. And honestly, with the new time rules that's here, honestly it's good because Vanquish Soul getting wins because of this burn damage nonsense. Sure, I'm playing Masquerade, but no one cares. I don't care about what I do. We only care about what our opponent does to us. Honestly, this was disappointing. I hate myself. Like, even showing you guys this replay, he's already pissing me off here. So yeah, guys, please listen. Mood Dragon, it's a very good card for you when you're going up against Vanquish or K9. Those mistakes, so use Merge to banish Ripper if possible. If you can, do it, okay? And yeah, fortunately we do end up losing this because of burn damage. And yeah, listen, take this video as a learning curve, guys, and hopefully you guys did enjoy this duel. If you saw better plays, like besides from the ones I did mention that I could have made, do point it out. But yes, don't forget Mood Dragon, guys. That's the lesson in this video, and thank you for watching. Do like, comment, subscribe, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.